Welcome to my 25K Funding Talent Challenge. This is my journey. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Marcelino back with another video. It's Friday, we're closing the week off. Episode 13, episode 14, either one, doesn't really matter. So I have some good news, guys. I have really good news. So today we took 2 trades. Obviously there was news today, raid file news. So what we were looking at was USD for that news. I didn't trade the actual news, so CPI I think, and then consumer something. However, yeah, the news happened. I'm lucky that I was out of my position before the news. So this morning, obviously I mentioned to you guys yesterday that I'm going to be taking into account this new method of trading where I'm just going to leave my full stop loss. But then in thinking about it, like I was going to take 2 trades today, one with the method of moving my stop loss to half, and then one with the method of just leaving my stop loss where my original stop loss is. But then if you think about it, if I'm going to leave my stop loss where the original stop loss is, that means I'm only going to be going in with a 0.25%. And that means that my profit on a 1 to 3 would be 0.75%. And that is the youngest. Like it's not a lot of profit, you know what I mean? So I was fighting with myself all day, like within my thoughts, and just asking myself, what do you really want to do? Like, do you want to take these small losses, and then when you do win, you'll be able to win at least a decent amount? So when I do win, I'm gonna win, instead of 0.75, I'll win 1.5% on a 1 to 3, which basically happened today. I took a 1 to 3 or 1 to 2.7, something like that, because I closed it in around that area. My TP was at 3.5%, but then I saw that we kind of starting to wick on the 1 minute, and I said, okay, no, let's close. And that was the brilliant move, because the next 15-minute candle, which came out on GJ, I'll show you guys. I have on my board right there for New York session. When I came back from gym, New York session, we have buys. We're looking at buys for GJ, and that's what I started to do, guys. Like, instead of looking or having 2 levels, especially when you're intraday trading, instead of having 2 levels where you say, if it breaks above you, I'm looking for buys, and if it breaks below you, I'm looking for sells, what you can do is you can start looking at multiple pairs, right, to align your confluence on the pairs that you trade. So I know most, like I trade mostly the major pairs, but then in that major pairs I trade most of the time GJ and GU, right? So what I do is I look over a good amount of pairs to then see in which direction I'm going to be trading in. And I'm only looking for that specific direction on that day, because what I've seen over the past 2 weeks of me trading is that when I have an area in the market to say this invalidates that, so now I'm going to be looking for that. So say for instance, I'm looking for a buy, I have an area in the market which invalidates the buy, so now I'm looking for sells. What that does is that basically it makes it so that I'm trading both directions, and I'm more prone to actually losing. So instead of doing that, you have one plan for the day for your pairs, and if it doesn't happen, just step away from the market for that session. You can maybe catch the New York session if that happens in London. If it happens in New York, oh well, so well, move on to the next day. And that's my plans from now onwards. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, so basically I'm feeling really good. I'm up 0.25% or 0.5%, sorry. I'm up 0.5% for the day. For the week too, for the month, I'm up 0.5% on my balance. So ultimately we are up on the challenge. I'm starting to think about like trying to make daily goals, in a sense that what I want to achieve from the market. So 1% or something like that, so $250 on this $25 account, because the way I've been doing it was everything was risk before reward. So I'm more focused on my risk, so I'm not really looking at how much I'm getting out of the market in that sense. Do you know what I mean? So what I might also look at doing is, if I get 2 trades at a break even in London, I might be looking at 2 trades in New York, or at least 1 trade in New York, because I want to have a trade in at least each session. So cheap is that didn't want to come out. So in each session, I do want to have at least 1 trade, or like London, I'm more prone to taking trades. I don't know why, but I take both my trades in London. Then when New York comes, like yesterday, I had that GJ trade that hit 3.5% or 4%, and I couldn't take it because of that 2 trades. Now, if I do lose my 0.5% for the day, I'm just going to step away and I'm going to be done trading. That's going to be my max risk. I'm looking to get at least anywhere in between $250 to $500 a day. That's going to be my goal for the next 2 weeks of my challenge. So if I'm correct, I still have about 2 weeks left. uh yeah, so if we can hit $250 to $500 a day, that means we should be able to finish within next week then. But I'm not going to go too aggressive. I'm still going to be focusing on risk. If we hit 0.5%, that means I'm done. Okay, so there's either two ways. If we hit $500, we're done for the day. If we hit 0.5%, negative 0.5%, we're done for the day. And then there's also the 4 trade limit basically. So if we don't lose anything in London and we don't make anything, we can go on to New York and take 2 trades. So there's 2 trades for each session. That's my thought process. I still want to think about it thoroughly, but right now that's what I'm thinking about for next week. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't necessarily want to over trade and then end up losing. So that's what we're looking at. I'm going to show you guys the finding talent portal and maybe even my trades, because I do feel like I had some good, the thought processes behind the trades was good in my opinion. Obviously I'm only evaluating it from my opinion. You guys can look at it, and then whatever you guys learn, take from it. Comment down below if there's anything that you learned from the actual thinking process of my trades. And then also, guys, we're four subscribers away from 50, so get me up to 50. Get me up to 50, guys. Come on, man, come on. It's the road to 50 and then the road to 100 after that. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching these videos. Thank you so much for just staying tuned to my journey, you know what I mean? So we are gonna, I can feel that we are gonna get funded. But anyway, let's jump onto the charts and then I'm gonna head out for a run. Into the charts, guys. Let's get into the charts. So I won't be long on the charts. What you guys can see here is AUD USD. So this key area in the market is 1 hour and 30 minute. You can even say 4 hour, because there was a couple of 4 hours within this key level right here, just rejecting it. And then what I saw was a 30-minute closure that is bearish or from this key level. We then shot up and then we came down again with these two 15-minute candles. So that's another bullish candle respecting this high, creating a new kind of lower high. And then we created this key level in the market right there. Okay, so we have this key area in the market on the 15 minutes. So all I'm doing is I'm looking at this 15-minute time to break, and bear in mind that I am watching what DXY is doing and what all the other USD pairs are doing. And from my point of view, I could see bearishness on GU, I could see bearishness on EU and those type of pairs. Okay, so I'm waiting for this to break. Once that breaks, I'm just placing a sell stop below the low. And as you guys know, I had a very safe stop loss. And at this point, I'm asking myself, okay, do I leave my stop loss here? But then my lot size, and I want to speak about lot sizes too, but I'll do that on a separate video as to what I'm gonna be looking at for my lot size and how I'm gonna work out my risk. Okay, but then my lot size was calculated at 0.5% already, so I had to move my stop loss to half because of my lot size that I had calculated and put in when I took the trade. So trade gets entered and then we move immediately into profit, and that's what you want. That's that momentum that you really want when you are entering a trade. And then this is the way it ends. And this is about this is in London Open. So London Open had already happened. It's about 45 minutes into London Open. This was about 1.5%, and then price
came back and stopped without the break even. Okay, nothing too significant about that. It's just the same thought process that we take into account every single day. This trade though, remember, okay, yesterday I didn't run you guys through the trades, but yesterday I took a trade on gold and it was pure shite because of the way I was looking at the market. And I don't know if I told you guys about the breakout type trade that I'm looking to start to take. Okay, however, what you can see is, or what you can't see on this is that the 4 hour push bullish, sorry, and it was very very strong, taking out 1 hour and 30 minute. So this level right here that you can see I'm pointing at was 1 hour and 30 minute structure. So that means that structure has now flipped bullish. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm looking for the 4 hour to create that wick down before continuing up. But I do know that this is a very strong level in the market because the 30-minute hourly higher time frame started to reject this area. So all I'm doing is I'm looking to get in and take advantage of this clean area right here, right? Take advantage of this clean area in the market. And once I can get a 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 within this clean area, I'm good. Okay, so when I see that, all I'm doing is I'm waiting for a 30-minute candle with 15-minute candles. Obviously, if the 30 minutes starts changing to bullish, that means the 15 minutes are also going to start changing to bullish. So at this point here, I'm thinking, okay, maybe the next candle is going to start pushing bullish, and the 30-minute will then give me a 30-minute close and I can start looking for buys. However, that did not happen, and we pushed bearish again. Yeah, that that happens. Then we pushed bearish and I saw, okay, now we're starting to slow down. And when we started to slow down, I started to take note of this pair again. We then formed this candle that took out this highs right here, took out the previous candle highs, signifying now an uptrend within the candles. Okay, we're starting to move up now in the market. So now what I'm doing is I'm watching, because this right here, this 15-minute candle determines where the 30 minutes is going to close. Okay, so this, for most of the 15 minutes of this candle, we were pushing bearish for most of the 15-minute candle. And I told myself this is 1 minute structure. And I told myself if the 15-minute can close above this 1 minute structure, that means the bears tried to push this market down at one point. However, the bulls came back and pushed it up all the way up to then close above a certain area in the market. So what I did was I said, okay, no, this is not anything close to what happened on gold. It's not like it was consolidating and then when it broke out, it tagged me in. This is more likely that if we're going to break out, we're going to have that continuation up to see price actually move up with the market. Why? Because of the sustained bullish pressure that's being created. Okay. So what I did was I placed a buy stop above this key area in the market because I know that once this key area breaks, we are expecting continuations of that bullish pressure. And let me show you guys what happened. And this is what happened. One 15-minute candle, guys, taking advantage of one 15-minute candle. This is what happened. Now my TP was at 152,500 right here, but then what I saw was this weekend I was like, no, me, I'm out, I'm good, I'm within profit for the week. All of those losses are canceled out. Next week I want to go into next week with profit, so let me just take profit. And I took the profit and I said, boom, bam, bish, we good, man, we good. You know what I mean? So going into next week, I'm looking forward to taking these uh type of breakout trades, because I do find that my trades that I've been winning is the breakout trades, or even my trades that I've been getting to 1 to 2 and then coming back on me has been these type of breakout trades. So I'm gonna focus on taking these type of trades, and then also taking a trade where if we have a key area in the market like this and we get a bearish candle, if this candle, for instance, if this 15-minute candle closed more bearish, what I would have waited for was the 15-minute to close slightly above here, or even close slightly below this area to then take out the breakout trade, or just get the 15-minute to close above. If this candle was more bearish, if there was more bearish volume in the candle, get the 15-minute to close above, and then buy stops beneath the, or buy stops above that candle, And once the wick is created, that gives you your stop loss, and then you can take it up for good 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, depending on the range on this side. Okay. And then the reason why I so closed this was because of news. And remember, I got burnt earlier in the week with news, so I didn't want to get burnt again. And now you guys know how I'm going to be looking to take trades next week. It's quite simple. Break above a key level on the 15-minute or on the 30-minute, depending on how the 30-minute plays out. And then just buy stops above that, stop loss above the wick that's going to be, or below the wick that's going to be created, so that we have nice tight stop losses, and then expecting price to continue in that direction. Okay. So now let's look at the Funding Talent portal. What you guys can see here, so you do know we are active. As I always show you guys, we are active, $25,000 account. And as I mentioned to you guys last week when I took the winning trade, that we should not go below this, and then we should not have gone below that. And as you can see, we took a couple of losses this week, but this is now our higher low. So now what happens? This is now our new higher low. So now you can see the uptrend being created on the equity curve, and I'm expecting to stay above this key area on my equity curve. And people probably think this is some stupid shit, but thinking about it in traders terms, I'm honestly thinking about staying above this key area in the market. So even if we come down to create a double bottom, I just want to stay above this key area in the market and then make our new high and continue higher on into the targets. Okay, so now as you guys can see, we are right here, we are 0.6% in profit for the week at, and that's a 30% win rate still. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna probably be one of the first people to pass a challenge with 30% win rate, just because I started so shit, but it's perfectly fine. I'm gonna show you guys that it really is possible to do this thing with a bad win rate but good risk management. Okay, just ask yourself this week, and after you're done listening to this, ask yourself and comment down below, what do you want to be remembered as, or what do you want to be remembered as when people speak about you as a trader? Do you want to be remembered as the person who went big? If you want to be remembered about as the person that went big, then start going big. If you want to be the person who, I, personally, I want to be a person who's being remembered for my risk management. I want to be the risk manager. That's if there should be a book for all traders, in that book, when they come to Marcelino Cameron, the main topic should be risk management. And that's what I want to be remembered as, and that's why I focus on that so much. So yeah, guys, ask yourself this weekend, what do you want to be remembered as a trader? And then start working towards that and become that immediately. Think of yourself as it already, and then become that. Okay, yeah, guys, that's it from me. That's the way I'm ending the week. I'm ending the week positively. So comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And guys, we're so close to 50 subscribers. Come on, man. Come on, man. Just get me there. And then after that, we're moving, and you guys are moving with me. So we're moving on to 100. That's gonna be our next goal. But let's just get the first goal, and let's hit that 50. From my boy Marcelino, have a wonderful weekend. Have a smashing Saturday and Sunday, and I hope that you enjoy your Friday night too. Peace out.